we get started with that, I prepared a list of fanfic tags that I kind of wanted to go over. Are you cool with that?
What do you mean by that?
So, it is credit to Moonbeam's predilections on angelfire.com.
What do any of those words mean?
I'm just going to say them so people know.
Gotcha.
But I whittled it down, and it's tags. So when people are looking for fanfic online, they can kind of get a good grasp of what all the tags mean. If you're new.
Mm-hmm. Or if you're a seasoned vet and you just know exactly.
Exactly. You can tell us if we're wrong, what we should add. I cut a lot out, like NSFW.
Pretty standard.
Yeah, or like...
no stupid faces, weirdo.
Exactly. LGTB, let's get this bread. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so... so I basically cut some out. I tried to just pick the ones that were a little more niche, however you pronounce that. So you just want to go through them real quick, just burn through them?
Yeah, sure. Let's do this. This is, don't read territory here.
LGTB, let's get this bread.
Let's do it.
So exclamation point, just an exclamation mark. Do you want to guess what that is? We can you want to go back and forth? I'll say what it is. You guess.
I mean, that's kind of the format of the show. Off the cuff, I know nothing. Very much. We're trying to figure it out.
Exclamation point.
It's just an exclamation point.
Yeah.
It's shocking, intense violence.
Refers to a short form for expressing the presence of a particular trait or defining quality of a character in a story.
Wait, so you would say the trait and then an exclamation point?
And then the character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you like a character like Hermione, she has a particularly witty story. You love it when she's witty and snarky. It'd be like snarky exclamation point Hermione.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And this nomenclature is kind of cool.
Amnesia Vic.
Oh, like probably a character loses their memory, so they get reintroduced.
Yeah. The big thing for Amnesia Vic is that it lets the writer explore different ways that the main character could navigate the world. So I don't know. I think it's pretty interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of like how we talk about how you can have a character that's not really utilized and you can do with them what you will.
Like that, but
with a main character.
With a main character.
Cool.
Yeah. Anthropomorphic.
Oh, is this a fan fiction about animals that act like people?
Animals or anything. So like anything. A toaster.
Oh, yeah, the brave little toaster.
There you go.
Oh, that'd be we should look at that fanfic. Did you watch that?
I did. I had both of the VHSs. AU.
Alternate universe.
Yeah. Do you want to explain what that is? Just so it's...
You can pretty much... Well, I would say a majority of them... Let me not put the cart before the horse here. You can take your characters and put them in essentially whatever universe you want, but not a crossover.
Yeah.
Commonly, you put them in like a high school. Like Harry Potter in normal high school.
Yeah. Bad fic?
Just like purposefully bad fan fiction?
Yes. Deliberately written terribly. So I would... And I'm not saying it was bad. I loved it. National Treasure 3, I think, would be considered a bad fic. And I loved National Treasure 3.
Okay, so it's going for that.
Yeah.
It's not just like...
no, you're not just falling into it. It's the intention. Fandom.
Fandom? Are you asking me that? Or?
Yeah.
I don't know. Your favorite characters form a band?
It's fan fiction about a band. So like One Direction, Beatles, anything like that. Okay. Bashing,
just like destroying the character?
It's purposefully putting a character you don't like in bad situations.
I used to do that with Ron Weasley.
Yeah, you didn't like Ron?
No, because my OC was going to be with Hermione. So Ron had to be...
you had to at that point.
He had to be the jerk.
BDSM.
I don't even know what it really stands for.
Really?
It's like 50 Shades of Grey. What is it?
It's bondage, domination, sadism, masochism.
Okay, I need the last one was masochism.
Yeah, masochism. BNF.
BNF. Battlefield and Fortnite. Hashtag Fortnite. Tag it.
Hashtag
it, bro.
Fortnite. We're tagging it. It's going to be in this one, too, because we really need the views. No, big name fan.
So, like, if Ryan Reynolds is a big fan of this show, he would be in our BNF. Okay.
Apparently, if there's an author that writes really prolific fanfic that everybody enjoys, they become a BNF. Bonding.
That's... two characters just getting to know each other better.
Emotionally, sexually, physically, any of those. Telepathically, in some senses. Yeah. Character death.
Somebody dies.
Yeah.
Mufasa.
And it doesn't have to be a canon character dying. It was non-canon sometimes, minor or major. I guess the Arthur one would kind of fit.
Yeah, big time.
Continuity.
It's It just follows the continuity of
Exactly,
the actual universe.
consistency with elements of the canon.
Okay, well, I feel like that'd be most of fan fiction, right? You really rely on continuity
Some people.
for a lot of
I don't think National Treasure 3 is really continuous.
Well, it followed the continuity right up until the credits roll on National Treasure 1.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to say, I rewatched National Treasure, and Riley does way more than I remember.
He does a lot.
He does a lot.
He's still considered the sidekick.
Yeah.
And that's one of the running jokes, especially in the second one. He's like, I was a co-finder, and the joke is that he was just some guy.
But I just apologies to Riley and the actor.
You did kind of
Justin something. I looked it up. I was going to apologize, but I forgot.
Oh, I don't remember. I just remember Riley's last name was Poole. Fick. No, they don't get high on crack.
Oh, that was going to be my immediate guess. Please answer. Please tell me what it is.
It refers to stories in which completely ridiculous, unbelievable, or insane things occur.
That's National Treasure 3. The crack fic.
Exactly. It's a crack fic. It's a crack fic, and what was the...
Bad fic.
Bad fic, yeah.
I would say it's more crack than bad, because it was great.
They are generally written shamelessly and with no excuse beyond a desire to have fun.
And no one man should have all that
power.
We are
That's
hitting
good.
the callbacks.
Look, that was a callback.
Yep.
If you didn't listen to 3, I mean, I don't know. X over...
Crossover.
It's crossover.
Crossover, putting together two universes.
Yeah, so the Arthur one, for sure. Battle Royale.
Right.
A curtain fic. I really did not know this one at all.
Curtain fic.
Curtain fic.
No idea.
Refers to stories in which characters who are deeply established in their relationship engage in casual domestic activities such as cooking, laundry, shopping, or the trope for which it is named, picking out curtains together.
Picking out, there is a lot of fan fiction about characters picking out curtains.
I believe so.
It's like that J. Cole song, Folding Clothes.
Folding Clothes, one of my favorite songs.
Picking out curtains. I've never picked out, I don't even have curtains in my apartment right now.
I didn't pick out curtains. I just always kind of show up and curtains are there. Like, no lie.
Wherever I am, the curtains are there weeks ahead of time.
They already show up. Dark fic.
The tone is just dark.
Yeah,
it's
on
not
purpose.
Happy. Yeah.
Things that aren't typically dark are written dark on purpose. Cool. Death fic.
Somebody dies. A lot of people die.
Yep.
Battle Royale.
We haven't gone there yet, but typically a death fic is noted as a squick. We'll get there. We're going alphabetical.
Ew.
Squick. But if you have a squick, you're normally supposed to note that there's a squick.
If you have a squick, you should probably see a doctor.
Yes. I got a squick on a cruise ship once, and it was bad.
Ugh.
It was bad.
Yeah,
I've actually heard this. A drabble.
Drabble.
I've actually seen this, heard this be used before.
I'm just going to continue to just repeat the words I don't understand with a question mark at the end.
Drabble refers to stories of exactly 100 words in length. Acceptable word limits can range anywhere from 50 to 500 words.
Ooh,
so it's a short story.
Okay, but I like
the drabble.
The word limit is interesting. It's like a fanfic haiku.
Yeah. So I was going through this list. Apparently, there are a lot of like fanfic competitions where someone will give a prompt and everyone writes the same thing. Super interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you pick the best one. So Drabble's kind of like
your short game.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a very quick.
Who's the best sprinter?
Exactly. You guys have an hour to write a drabble. 30 minutes to write a drabble. Go.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you can define what the length is. Dubcon.
Dubious continuity.
Dubious consent. You're so close. So it's borderline non-consensual sexual contact.
Okay,
it's a
rectifying it.
That's something that you would normally like note in a tag in case someone would see that and wouldn't want to read that.
Okay, so a lot of the stuff that we've read so far has been kind of shocking and questionable. But these tags help the reader know what they're getting into. No one's getting blindsided.
No.
This is what people actually want.
As seriously and not a joke as possible. It's basically like a trigger warning. So like if you don't like dubcons, if they freak you out, something happened, who knows? You don't like dubcons, period. Who cares? When you're going through your tags on the websites, so Archive of Our Own has a lot of tags.
Yeah.
Going through the tags, dubcon. You see it, you're like, nope.
Skip that.
Already going to skip that one.
Don't read. It's like, this fan fiction has been asterisked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you ever did theater, so the thespian competition. Epistolary.
Something. This is when all the characters are flowers and they mate. Pistil.
Very close.
Stamen.
Refers to stories written not just through prose, but containing documents, emails, letters, text messages, news articles, or other forms of literary media to help tell the story.
I always like these. It's like, what's going to happen, like this big event, and then just like next chapter is like the headline of the next day's newspaper.
Yep. Yeah.
I like that.
When I was looking for a National Treasure one, there was OC epistolary with Riley all through text messages. And I just didn't have the time to keep up with the pacing.
Yeah.
But it was interesting.
That's pretty frantic.
Yeah.
That's a lot of voices. That's
Exactly.
A lot of Nick Cage.
That's a lot of Nick Cage.
You can't have too much Nick Cage.
Never. ER.
Emergency room. There are doctors.
Established relationship.
Do you have to put a trigger for that?
It's not a trigger. It's just like if you're really into Young Justice, for example, the people who love Young Justice, everyone has their perfect ship. They have a OTP, their
Ship,
OT3s.
relationship.
Yes, we'll get there.
That's a huge
It's
part.
on the list for sure.
Okay, it's on.
But if people don't like Superboy and Miss Martian together, they'd be an ER. So you tag it in a story as an ER. If you don't like it, I'm skipping it. I don't want to read it. Yeah, I want Superboy and Artemis. And then you I don't like Superboy and Miss Martian, so you skip it.
There's too much fan fiction, not enough time.
Exactly. F/F.
Female?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, homosexual relationship involving two females. Fan mix. I thought this was cool. That was pretty interesting.
I'm not sure.
Refers to a themed musical selection of songs mixed together into an album format to be downloaded by readers or listeners, often with accompanying CD cover art.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's so cool. Stephen King does that for some of his books.
Yeah. Scott Snyder, he's a writer at DC. He had a big event 2 years ago called Metal, and they came out with a vinyl. It was all songs that have already been produced, but he's like put the vinyl on and listen to it while you're reading Metal.
Nice. It's like listening to Dark Side of the Moon while watching Wizard of Oz.
Exactly, yeah. Or when I read V for Vendetta, I listened to the motion picture soundtrack.
Nice.
It's cool. It was cool to like pace it out like that.
Or whenever I commute in New Jersey, I just listen to death metal.
Yeah.
Get you in the mood.
Either that or just like really, really early childhood development songs, because that's all they can process. You just got New Jersey.
Hey.
Fanon.
Fanon?
Fanon. Fanon.
Fanon. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Things that are canon, but only amongst the fans.
Okay.
Yeah. Fanvid.
A video made by the fans?
Yeah, montage. Okay. It doesn't have any plot. It's more of like an appreciation video.
Oh, it's like a montage of the like fan art and things like that.
Feels.
When I was like, the equivalent of listening to Drake in fan fiction.
Basically. But you would tag that if someone doesn't want to read a feels fiction, then they wouldn't get it. Normally it's more emotional. First time,
losing your virginity.
A little, kind of. It's people who aren't normally romantically connected.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So not necessarily sexual.
No, but it can be.
Probably, usually,
typically. But like, if I was reading National Treasure, it'd be Riley and Abigail first time.
Okay.
Since they don't do it in canon, they're not an established relation. They're not an ER. Then I put first time.
You're getting too much jargon.
I know, too much.
We're gonna lose everybody.
Fix it.
People are changing things that they don't like in the actual continuity.
In the continuity, yeah. They'll
like
keep
Harry
the
should have been with
way.
Hermione.
Exactly.
Is that
that's a fix it fic?
Is that a fix it, or is that what was the one you just did? No, not AU.
Oh, first time.
First time.
If they did it, yeah, or got
so it is. So
linked.
First time is sexual.
Emotional or sexually, like romantically. Fluff.
Oh well, the series that I picked from has a lot of fluff. It's just superfluous. It's got no plot. No
exactly.
Meaning. It's just
fluff.
It's the little nugget that you liked in the original. It just blown up to 115,000 words.
Yeah, okay.
That's how long my fan fiction is.
Is it really that long?
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, I was like, wow, we're gonna be here for a while.
Yeah.
I'll do the PG. Sex or death. You can guess what it really is, but sex or death.
Fan fiction including one of those things.
Apparently it's a trope where you'll take two characters and put them in a situation where if they don't have sex, they're going to be murdered. And you write about that. So it's technically consensual.
So what, they're like kidnapped by aliens?
Yeah, like a Saw movie almost.
Okay.
Yeah, where it's like, I captured...
This is really granular. This is like down to like, this is my exact kink. I like this.
Exactly, yeah.
You can find it.
Exactly. And apparently a lot of people write it. It's on the list. And
I'd say that's fairly common. I don't think anyone's weird.
No, not at all. But it's consensual, not typically rape. And but they do have like awkwardness afterwards.
Just not typically.
Not typically rape. Sometimes. Fusion.
What's the difference between that and a crossover?
It would be a lot more like Arthur. So you take characters from one fandom and put them in the world of another.
Okay.
The Battle Royale. It's called a fusion.
Okay.
Future fic.
Set in the future, flying cars?
Set in a future.
A future.
So it could be a week after something ended.
Could it be the future of the past? Like if something's set in the past, the future would be set modern day.
Yeah.
Tuck Everlasting. Well, you ever read that book, Tuck Everlasting? It's good. You should check it out. I'm not going to expand.
Okay,
It's too much. There's too many middle school feels to get into right now.
That's fine. I got you, Drake. Gen.
Gen?
Gen. Gen.
I don't know. Something. Generator.
Category of stories in which there is no romance or sex.
Okay.
But it can still be graphic. It can still violence, everything else.
Yeah, okay. I have heard about that. There's a lot of Lord of the Rings fic.
Okay, I believe that.
That's well written.
It still gets super violent, but they just don't have sex.
Yes, yeah.
HC.
Homecoming. It's about Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh, God. Hurt comfort refers to the presence of emotional or physical angst of one character, followed by emotional or physical comfort by another.
Okay, I've only heard that referred to as comfort, not hurt comfort.
So that's like what the National Treasure one that I read about Riley being comforted by Benjamin. Headcanon.
I don't know. That sounds cool, though.
No? You've never heard that? Oh, I've heard that before. So it's basically, like, for example, in my head, Lois Lane and Superman are not together. It's Superman and Wonder Woman, no matter what. That's my head canon.
What's the difference between that and, like, the fan...
It's the same thing. Well, no. Fanon is... It's agreed upon by the group of fans.
Head
so
canon is just you because you're a nutcase.
Exactly. So everyone has their own head canon, and then they can have an agreed upon established fanon. Yeah, so head canon. Heat cycle.
Does this have to do with thermodynamics? Entropy?
I apologize, no, Mr. Engineer.
What is it?
Refers to a phenomenon in which a character undergoes an estrus-like mating cycle in which they experience heightened sexual drive and the strong desire to mate or reproduce offspring. Nice. So...
I got a better zinger for that one, but I just got nice.
Het. Heterosexual.
Oh, okay.
IC. In character.
Is that like first person?
No. So if I'm writing Harry Potter, I'm writing Harry Potter the right way. The way that he would be written normally.
Okay.
In character.
Okay.
Jost. You just got Jost.
Jost. I don't know.
Jost. Refers to stories or ideas originally intended to be canonical, which have become AU only after the fact because the canon material continued on and went down a different path than the fan fiction author expected.
So all of those Star Wars novels are now Jost.
Yeah, they got Jost. Derived from show writer-creator Joss Whedon, who was particularly adept at twisting the canon in sudden and unanticipated ways.
Oh, Jost.
So like Buffy the Vampire Slayer or Angel.
Okay.
Knotting.
Oh, we've talked about this. When this podcast was nothing but a couple of electrons firing in our collective brain, we did talk about this.
And I felt really bad. I made you read a knotting. I didn't know what it was.
you thought, what did you think it was?
So my girlfriend told me that there was a thing called knotting.
And you didn't ask any questions?
No,
you just immediately said,
I was like nodding. I know exactly what it is. And apparently it's very popular with Teen Wolf, the MTV show, not the Michael J. Fox movie. I thought they were wolves. They could already transform into werewolves. They must have long schlongs. They tie them into knots. I don't know how it makes any sense. It made sense in my head. So I was like, hey, Ryan, read this knotting fic because you'll like it, I guess. You want to go on?
No, I can't. I've purged it from my memory.
Okay. So knotting refers to a specific kink trope of growing popularity in which at least one member of the sexual pairing processes or possesses an animal-like trait whereby the penis has a gland at the base that can swell to lock the male inside his partner during or after ejaculation, tying them together for a short period of time until the knot deflates.
Yes, that's important. That period of being locked together.
No. I don't want to know.
Yeah, and then I was like, hey, man, thanks for telling me about this fanfic. Really loved it. And you're like, yeah, what, did you like nodding? And I was like, do you know what that is?
I didn't know what it was.
They're just tying their things together, right, man?
Yeah, I just thought they were just tying their dicks together.
Nope.
Kripke.
It's written in another language, like a cryptic?
Opposite of jossing. It's from Supernatural. It's where the creators will do fan service. They'll pull from the fan and make things canon.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that happens a lot in Supernatural.
What do you call that? What is it?
Kripke.
Kripke.
Yeah. M/F.
Male, female.
Male, female, yeah. Heterosexual relationship. MM.
Male.
Yeah, so typically if it's MMF, FFM, all that, you can kind of piece something together.
Yep.
Master list.
Is that every character is included in the fanfic?
It refers to a single post which serves as the main point of contact for a collection of interconnected stories, either individual chapters within a larger work or a series of separate stories that is collated into one place for ease of reading.
Whoa, so it's like a directory of this this little universe that they've written.
Yeah.
Their little thing.
Metafic.
It's probably super meta, like set in the real world. The characters are aware of themselves.
Yeah, fourth wall breaking, abstract, missing scene.
That's cool.
Yeah. Deadpool.
I don't want to sound snarky. I feel like I'm coming across as very snarky.
Yeah.
Meta things had their time.
Yeah. Missing scene.
Is this inserted into like normal canon, just like a little blooper reel thing?
So like oh god, what's it called? Have you ever I'm going to try to remember what it is. I can't remember what it's called, but there was a story written. It was a comic, and it was expanded universe, and then they made it canon, I think. And it was a Star Wars comic that every single plot hole from the original trilogy
was just two
dudes,
two rebels like just behind them messing everything up.
Yes,
it's like called like Dave. It's two guys' names.
Yeah, yes. I believe that would be considered a missing scene because they're piecing together things that didn't happen.
Right.
Yeah.
All the that's like a leap of faith was held up because these two bumbling idiots.
Yeah. So
it's kind of like isn't there like a Hamlet? Didn't they write it with the two other guys?
Oh, that's
I only know this because they made a Lion King one and
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead.
Yes. That is the abstract.
Yeah, I guess it would be a missing scene. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mpreg.
A male gets impregnated.
Yes, that's exactly it. That's all you need to know.
That's a popular one.
Yeah. Non-con.
Not continuity.
Not consensual.
Oh.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. The victim may be mentally or physically incapable of giving consent at all, such as by being unconscious or intoxicated or unwilling to give consent for any reason and be forced to endure the unwanted sexual contact anyway.
I mean, again, that's why you put these tags in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not something I would read.
I wouldn't read anything like that. OOC.
Out of character?
Out of character. So you're writing a character not the way they should be written. OC.
Original character.
Original character. OP.
Overpowered.
Original poster.
Okay, thanks.
First person to post it. OTP. One true pairing. So it's a shipping thing. OTP.
Mm-hmm. One true pairing?
One true pairing. So that's like, these are the only, this is the only person I could see this character ending up with. They're the one true pair. Superman and Wonder Woman, OTP.
That's your OTP.
That's my OTP, okay. Sure, if you want to phrase it that way.
I
guess
wrong?
Technically. And then there's an OT3.
What's that?
That's 3 characters you want to end up together.
Romantically or like Ron?
Romantically.
Harry, okay.
Romantically.
OT3.
So in Young Justice, I've been informed that there's one called Rob Wall Art, which is Robin, Wally West, and Artemis.
That's an OT3.
Yeah, their OT3 nickname is Museum Heist because it's Rob Wall Art.
Oh, that's wow.
Yeah.
People have a lot of time on their hands.
Yeah. No, the Young Justice one, I think there's a name for everybody. I know that Zatanna and Artemis, I think it's the two, is Snablo. Zatanna, for those of you who don't know, in DC, she does her spells by saying the words backwards. And it's just lesbians backwards. So
nice.
So
we have OTP, OT3, and then CP3. Chris Paul. Yep.
C3PO from Star Wars. Outside POV.
What, is this like third person omniscient?
It's like
outsider's point of view.
Yeah, that's what they're watching. So it's like Puffs. Have you seen the play Puffs? Mm-hmm. I think that'd be an outside POV.
Okay, so
like, Puffs is basically Harry Potter from the Hufflepuff perspective.
That was workshopped at the University of Florida.
It was.
I was there. I saw one.
I did not see it.
I wish.
It was
pretty good.
Yeah, but I think it was one of the first places that ever showed. It's on Broadway now, though. Yeah.
Is it on Broadway? I thought it was off Broadway.
Off Broadway. I thought it was on Broadway.
Yeah, but get your roads straight.
Oh man, pairing.
Just putting two people together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Typically, they'll have like a pair name. Post canon.
Things that happen after the story ends.
Yep. Pre-slash.
I'm not sure.
In your defense, we haven't gotten to slash yet. But a pre-slash is writing a story before 2 characters get homosexually romantically involved. Pre-slash.
2 characters get involved normally, or two?
Any of them.
Okay.
It has not happened yet, but there's potential. Mm-hmm. You know it's going to happen.
It's happening.
Pro-fic.
Or is that like professionally written?
Yeah. So apparently there are a lot of writers that write fanfic, that write regular books.
You have the big name fans.
Yeah. So I would say, what's her name? E.L. James.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, 50 Shades of Grey, yeah. PWP.
Painting without a permit.
You really had to stretch to get that.
I can't think of anything.
Plot? What plot? And it's just a mishmash of ideas.
Okay.
Rare pair.
Pairing you won't normally find between two characters.
That's it. Remix.
Remix? What is that? Just that they've changed the continuity?
A story written by a second author that is often a total rewriting of a first author story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remixed this fan fiction to my own fan fiction.
Yep.
Cool.
I wrote fan fiction about this fan fiction.
Nice.
Retcon.
Retroactive continuity, going back and changing things you don't like.
Yeah. RPF or RPS.
I'm not sure.
Real person fiction. That'd be the tag. So you would search RPF, boom.
Mm-hmm. Taking it right where you need to be.
Yeah, RPS is real person slash.
Oh, so that's a little more specific.
A little more, sexual. RPG.
Role-playing game.
Yeah, so you're right. I think that's an interesting concept. Writing a fanfic about an RPG.
Like Skyrim. I guess I got a lot of fanfiction.
I would say like that, or apparently there's a lot of Dungeons and Dragons fanfic.
Well, I feel like that's all. You're just your OC. You have your own character that you create. And...
So it all already kind of feels like fanfic.
You ever played Dungeons and Dragons?
Never.
We should play it, man.
I'm a nerd.
We should play
I've
it.
never played it, but do you have all the stuff for it?
I don't have all the stuff
we could go to Barnes & Noble right now and get it if we wanted to.
We got to meet up. We got to meet some people. And
we can't just play with two. Oh, no, you have a Dungeon Master.
You have to have a Dungeon Master. You'd be a great Dungeon Master.
Oh, Lord.
I'm just saying.
Would I?
Yeah, I think you would.
Oh, well. We'll see. If I ever do it, obviously I'd have to have someone do it for me first.
Mm-hmm.
Round
You'd have
robin.
to have someone show you for your first time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Walk you through it.
Exactly. Round robin.
That's like a thing in a tournament, right?
You pass off the story to other authors.
Oh.
So you write a bit, you pass it off.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
RST.
Boo. I'm not sure.
Resolved sexual tension.
Okay.
Shipper.
I'm someone who puts two people together. I'm a shipper.
Yes. Schmoop.
Schmoop?
Schmoop.
Is that something to do with, like, that sounds like Dr. Seussical.
Refers to stories which contain scenes of especially loving, sappy, romantic fluff, such as PDAs.
Oh, schmoop. It's just the noise you make when you hear
Oh, schmoop.
Oh, schmoop.
Slash.
Slash. That's what it's like the sexual, like this person slash.
Refers to the presence of a homosexual relationship featuring at least one canon character.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a slash.
Okay.
That's why there's a fem slash for the FF.
And then non-slash if you don't add that.
Yeah.
That prefix onto it, yeah.
Slow burn.
It's something that has a really slow plotting pace. It's probably a ton of words.
Yeah, typically it's romantic too.
Okay.
Smoff. SMOF.
This sounds like something like cuddly and cute. And
No. Secret Masters of Fandom refers to the fans behind the scenes who are organizing your fandom, both through online community meeting places like archives or in person ones like fan-run conventions.
So these are people who are fans but ultimately impact the actual product?
Yeah. Or kind of have a say over the community online. So if you run like a really popular fan blog,
they're like
be a
mods.
Smoff.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of like a mod.
Mods of the fan community.
Song fic. I thought this was pretty interesting.
It's written in the form of a song. Someone writes an original song.
It's a fic inspired by music, often by the lyrics.
Okay.
Yeah. Squick. This is the squick thing I got on a cruise ship.
Oh, yes. I would love to hear. I'm going to
refers to possibly offensive elements, such as bestiality, abuse, rape, torture, slavery, suicide, etc., of a story which may cause feelings of unease or revulsion in a reader, most likely derived from the combinations of the word squeamish and the slang term icky. So it's a squick.
So you put squick before you put some of the more
or if
unsavory tags.
If something is a squick, you would tag it before someone read it.
Okay.
Yeah. Standalone.
Doesn't need any introduction.
No. Yeah, and it's its own thing. So it's in a world, but it's its own thing. Steampunk in a world.
Steampunk?
Steampunk.
Isn't that like if someone envisioned a future where we have the level of technology we're at, but it's all powered by steam? And
yeah,
we have,
like Wild West set.
People have like monocles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, top hats.
Yeah. Stream of consciousness.
That's a literary style. You just kind of have no form or function. It just goes as the mind goes, the writing.
But you're writing it through the perspective of a specific character. Yeah.
Okay.
Was
that Gertrude Stein, the great stream of consciousness writer? I believe that's who it was.
Subtext.
Read between the lines, my man.
Yeah. Subtextual elements of the story. TLDR.
Too long, didn't read. It's a summary. We read it.
Yeah.
I read it, you
exactly.
read it. Yeah, we know.
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning. That's what we've been talking about.
Squick.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
There's a squick. I'm going to warn you about it. UST.
United States Transport.
Unresolved sexual tension.
Oh.
Yeah. VS.
Versus.
Virtual season. So
it's virtual season, son.
It's virtual, yeah.
SZN.
Virtual is in. All those old clothes are out. Mm-hmm. Okay, that was bad. So if you really like Walking Dead and the season just ended and you want more, you'd write a VS for everybody else to read.
You'd write like a whole season of
and
content.
It can come out episodic as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That's more like a formatting thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
WAFF.
WAFF.
WAFF. Warm and fuzzy feelings. WAFF. WUMP.
Wumbo. I'm not sure.
Refers to stories in which physical or emotional pain is heaped on a favorite character, often repeatedly and brutally. World building.
Like J.R.R. Tolkien, you're really focused on getting into the nitty-gritty of the world and the universe.
Expanding.
Okay.
Word of God.
What you say is the final law? I don't know.
It's typically how they refer to canon.
Ah.
So that's the word of God.
Okay.
So Joss Whedon, he's the word of God for Buffy. Xeno, it's the last one.
Xenophobic? Is that like an outside character comes in?
Refers to characters or pairing in which someone is decidedly non-human, be they alien or supernatural creature.
Xeno.
I'm a Xeno.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, I learned a lot.
Yeah, I know that was a little long, but I think it was good because now when we're scrolling through our archive of our own, all our listeners who have been embarrassed, afraid, hesitant to read fan fiction now know a little bit more.